Hi, this is Will Wilde. I just got this question from Blind Harper Scamp, which says, Hi Will, what are your thoughts on finding the balance between playing accompaniment and lead throughout a song? Some prominent teachers on YouTube say you should be respectful by playing in the background and not cutting across the guitarist while they are soloing, as that is the rule. Surely there is potential to work in with the guitarist, but in impromptu jams there is no time to discuss who is doing what. I doubt some of the greats like Little Walter or Sonny Boy 2 would have ever played by any such rules. Okay, yeah, certainly the rule number one, don't get in the way of the vocal. Or if someone else is soloing, then don't get in the way of that either. When it's your turn to solo, step forward, step up. Be as loud and as obnoxious as you want. But when you're playing accompaniment, there are a few rules you have to stick to. That doesn't mean there's only one way of doing it. The kind of classic, how I first learnt to accompany a singer was really through listening to Muddy Waters records. And it's really good to just stick on a Muddy album and play all the way through, because most of the songs follow the same kind of format, and you can just practice basically the same idea over and over again with each track on the album. So if he's singing a phrase, yeah, give me champagne when I'm thirsty, bring me a reefer when I want to get high, bring me champagne when and keep your eye on the vocalist as well. You've got to look at him, see when he's about to step up to the mic to sing the next line, so you can finish your phrase leading into what he's doing. Having said that, don't feel like you've got to fill every available space, right? There's nothing worse than a harp player just filling in every little gap. You still want to leave some space in there. Also, if there's a guitar player who's playing fills between the vocal phrases too, it could get a bit messy if you're both, going for the same space. So, if possible, then sort out an arrangement before them, who's going to take the fills, or maybe you're going to alternate, or maybe you're going to play something together that fits. If you're just on a jam and there's no time to do that, then again, eye contact. Look at them, and communicate with them. Give it to them, or they might give it to you. Or if you want to just take, be intuitive and just take it, then take it. So that's one way, the kind of what I would call the Muddy Waters approach, just filling in the gaps between the vocal phrases. Trills. Trills are good, and just little fills and things. The turnaround, end of the turnaround, is kind of your place to do what you want as well. Usually the vocal is cut out by this point, so you can give it whatever you want in that little space. The other thing you can do, if you want to, applies more, I think, to solos. So if the guitar player is taking a solo and you don't want to just stand there like a lemon, then you could play some chords or something. Just make sure it's not too loud. Obviously you don't want to overpower what they're doing or get in the way of it. Also, it's best to keep it low, because the chances are they're going to be soloing somewhere up there. But if you're playing down here, it's not really going to get in the way as long as it's not too loud. I suppose the way that I learnt to do this kind of thing was listening to Paul Lamb and the King Snakes, because it's Paul Lamb's band, but he's not the singer, so he's obviously playing most of the time, even when the vocals are happening or when the guitar solo is happening. So he's playing rhythm parts or chord parts. So I like doing this in third position best with octaves, tongue splits. So So, you know, I'm padding out the space there, kind of interpreting it like a keys player would, I suppose. Just, but again, there might not be room for that if you've got a couple of guitar players or a keyboard player in the band. Don't play for the sake of playing. It's got to complement the music. So yeah, the chords, things like that. Sometimes I just like to, on jams and things, just stab out the chord changes. So on the one chord, maybe just blow the root. And then the 4. 5 chord. Something like that. Of course, you can mix the rhythm up, or this kind of Sunny Boy Help Me. You might want to join in on the riff as well, on something like that. Just play the riff in unison with the bass player or the guitar player. But if you're going to do that, make sure you really lock in with them, and don't be too loud. You don't want to overpower the vocal. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and the other thing, build as well. So if there's a guitar solo that's going to be going around twice, maybe don't play anything the first 12 bars, and then the next 12 bars start to just play some chords underneath, just to help build up the texture and lift the sound a little bit. So that's my approach anyway. Filling in the gaps, or playing chords throughout, sustaining chords, or just joining in on the riff. But as a general rule, just make sure you don't get in the way of the vocal or the solo lead instrument that's playing. My name's Will Wilde. I've got loads more of these videos out there. Go and check them out. Also my website, willharmonicawilde.com. I put a link here where you can find my music and tour dates and albums and stuff. Excuse me. And I'll be back next week with another video. Cheers.